Welcome back to the Reggies podcast, here with three blokes who could have been anything but decided to have fun instead. Welcome back, boys. Welcome back, Tom. You sound quite good, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, the voice is a little raspy.
Yeah, but, you know.
But comparing.
Past
This is
performance.
not even top 5 worst I've seen you.
Well,
so.
I'm 30 now.
Yeah, yeah.
Responsibilities, mate.
Yeah.
It's true.
But no, excellent trip,
But
boys.
when you go to an event like that, you're going to be yelling.
Fucking oath, yeah.
Yeah, lots of yelling.
Especially all the
wasn't-
Aussies that fought, you were fucking right behind them.
Yeah.
Well, we're simple creatures, and when we see people punching and stuff, we
yell,
want to yell.
scream.
You yell.
We want to drink and yell.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, mate, it was good. Well, look,
We'll get
to the
into how-
we'll get to the UFC and that, but I mean, overall, we were there for I think 4 nights and went and did some pretty cool things. Like there's a couple of like there's this new dartboard. It might not be new, but I haven't seen it around. Like Flight School, is it Flight Centre? Quinn, what the fuck's it called, Quinna?
Flight Club.
Flight Club. It's like picture a bowling alley.
Yeah,
Except
it's
it's
with
dartboards, and they're all electronic, registered to the screen, and they run all different games. Order your drinks, order your
Very
food.
cool.
Fucking awesome.
that
Not
does
only
sound
is it fun as a business, fuck, that's a smart use of space, and you know, I just think it's really good. If that doesn't take off, I'll
It's
stand
probably
rooting.
very common to the city slickers, but us old country boys,
But I
that's
mean, have you
very
seen
fun
that
and
before?
exciting.
I don't know.
I've seen the electronic
been.
ones in pubs, like a couple of them,
Yeah.
but I've never seen a full
Yeah.
bowling alley
I
set
don't-
up.
but- and then there was like a big bar as well. I just think fucking great idea, and I wouldn't be surprised if that takes off a bit. Cause
That does
We
sound-
used to. There was one where I used to live in Austria in the bar there, and it just copped at hiding.
Yeah, and that's why I
but
was
yeah.
like, you had to book your times in and have your sessions
Yeah.
and shit like that. But it was just the perfect amount for a group of lads, you know, on the trip away to be doing enough to be, you know, having a bit of
Yeah.
fun without being forced to do something they didn't want to do.
Yeah,
you can
it's
still
true.
just talk shit. Oh, it's your turn, board.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that was great, and a couple of other events, but awesome
nice.
experience so far.
Good stuff.
That's
All
the go.
upside.
I've got a fucking couple of things before we get into the cricket. Footy trip that we've planned this year. So a couple of years ago, heap of fellas that we went to school with, or like around that year, you know, whether it was at our school, most of them Chanel boys, you know.
Yeah.
And
Thanks, mate.
they said a couple of years ago, they're like, right, we want to get a group together and every year do a footy trip and try and go to every ground in Australia,
That's a good idea.
like over the years, you know. And I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm in for that. So first year, done the easy one, went to Suncorp. Everyone had already been there. Doesn't matter. No, actually, we went to the Gabba because the Broncos played the Dolphins at the Gabba.
Oh yeah.
that
I
one
remember you
time.
going to that,
Yeah,
yes.
so we went to that. And then last year they went to the MCG for Origin and Amy Park on the Friday night. So
Nice.
they've done the Melbourne thing. I couldn't make it last year.
And your mate won his big multi.
Oh, that
I
was
remember that too.
fucking unreal.
That's right.
20-something grand on the Origin.
Fucking insanity.
Before half time, I'm pretty sure. Or like just after half time, wasn't it?
That was off tap.
This year, I'm like, fuck, I would love to go, even though I don't really like Sydney, I'd love to go there and do a Sunday Arve game at, you know, the
Yes.
grounds we always
call it
talk
a
about.
rugby league fixture on the show.
Like Sharks Dragons on a Sunday Arve or something.
Yeah, Win
So,
Jubilee or
Leichhardt.
Leichhardt.
Yeah, they were the
Brookie.
ones I was mentioning. The boys started saying, oh, there's a game in Perth, and I'm going, fuck that, too hard. Let's just,
yuck.
Too long.
you know. Or, you know, go to Townsville or something. Go
Yeah.
to Darwin or somewhere. Anyway,
Or just land.
all of there was about 10 weekends that got put in the chat for people to vote on, like whether they could make it or not. I could only go to about 3. I'm like, fuck, I hope one lands on here. And we've ended up going to Sydney. So there was the first fucking tick. 3 games that we can attend. Dragons v Knights at Jubilee in Wollongong on the Friday night.
Is that the one by the water?
Nostrada Jubilee.
Was this the
on
same
Saturday.
weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Eagles Broncos at Brookie on the Saturday. I've won there because
Yeah.
obviously I get to
That's
go to.
awesome.
I said Brookie. I obviously
Yeah.
want to go to Brookie, but the fact that they're playing the
Yeah.
Bronx, and then Sunday Arve, Panthers Eels at Combank.
Oh,
fucked.
that's awesome.
The Battle of the West.
That's great.
Those are
on
three
Sunday.
brilliant fixtures.
If you could change, the only thing I'd change is I'd change the Saturday Sunday games around.
Yeah.
yeah,
But,
Sunday.
but I
you can't
mean,
win.
you can't fucking,
can't
you can't whinge it. That is rugby league fucking porn.
So
yeah, that gets
we
you real
got
horny.
a couple Dragons fans, which is obviously
Yeah.
perfect because I'm like, you
Poor
want to go
cunts,
to these
yeah.
grounds. You want to go to these grounds with the blokes that are
Yeah.
the fucking supporting the team.
sure.
Fucking
Yeah.
oath.
And then obviously I'm the Bronx, and I'm not sure if there's any Penrith or Eels fans, but how good.
Great stuff,
Yeah,
Grapes.
that
That's
sounds,
fucking awesome.
So Friday,
mouth-watering.
Saturday, Sunday, all games every day.
That's a fucking great idea, though, the Sydney thing for a weekend with a heap of league
Yeah.
lads, because you're always guaranteed to be a couple of games in Sydney, aren't
Yeah,
you? Like
for
a
sure.
few games.
But the fact that we're not going to fucking that shithole ANZ or whatever
Yeah.
it's
Dude, I've
called.
never heard anything. I've never been. I don't know if yous have, but
Yeah.
I've heard horrible things about its location because obviously it was
Yeah.
built for the Olympics,
Yeah.
Olympic Park, the whole
Yeah, but
fucking
just
suburb.
like-
You need eyes, real good eyes.
10,000 people would go.
Yeah.
yeah,
like,
exactly.
You can't
drop.
tell me that it won't be a sellout at Brookie.
Fuck
Or
no,
a
they
Bronx
sell
game.
out very
Fucking
easily.
awesome.
So I'll have to hit those 2 units up, Hello Sport, fucking
Get you in.
say I'll be going.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you'll
Good
probably hear me from the other side of
They'll
the
hear that.
crowd.
Fucking oath.
So that's at the end of May. Can't wait for that.
Mate, that's
gonna
gonna
fucking
be-
prime.
That's going to be epic.
And yeah, just to try and go to heaps of grounds, you know.
Yeah, that's
over the
an
years.
awesome fucking.
So when we're
Tick a few off the bucket
when
list.
we're laid up, we can go. Hey, I
Oh,
fucking went
Brookie,
there."
there's that fucking shitty step on the hill up the way towards the bar. Every cunt trips over.
Remember Friday and all the fucking Jubilee?
There was there's a few of us that don't mind going to the casino in the group.
Oh,
And,
really?
there was chat like, oh, we should stay on the northern beaches, you know. And I was like, actually, that sounds prime. And then one of the one who loves the Cass, like more
I
than
think
you,
I
lives
know
at the Cass. He puts in there yesterday, full serious. He goes, just had a look at the location, and then I reckon if we stay pretty central to Sydney, it's only about half an hour to each ground. And I went, of course you want to stay in central Sydney.
Yeah.
And he knew.
Tried
we
to
were-
make it subtle, like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's more
Surprised you didn't
smarter.
just stay. Let's just stay at the cast.
I think we're going to stay in central
Yeah.
though, because it is good. But
Yeah.
like on that Saturday when we go to Brookie, I think it's on the night time, which is a shame. But we can go to Northern Beaches
Fucking
all
oath.
day.
Man,
Anyway.
when Quino and I got there Thursday, we just went down to Darling Harbour and I just watched cunts.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
unreal. There's
Plenty.
the caliber of the specimens that just fucking grace your presence.
Yeah.
Every cunt in Sydney hates their own shins. They're fucking just shin
Everyone
bashing.
does now.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
so I'd be
fucking
prime down
callous
there, then I'd
shins.
fit in.
The chicks even wear the fucking 3/4
Yeah,
denim.
there was a few shin basher skirts getting around. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, fuck shins.
They're
Yeah.
back in.
Yous will be wearing shitty soon enough.
Yeah, fuck.
It's great though. But yeah, it's good. Mate, that sounds fucking awesome.
Yeah,
What
can't
else
wait
is
for that.
awesome are these fucking jerseys that we got on, and the one and only Tom Barbary has received his jerseys,
Yeah.
chucked something in the RLC. He was a proud man. I think he
proud.
actually had a little tear in his eye that he fucking subtly wiped away. But yeah, good
When he
on
got
him.
it, good on
So if you drive past the smokers deck at the Hamo, take a look to the left. You'll see a jersey flapping most afternoons there, along with the lip.
Go and you can
greatest
have a
jersey on
feel
earth.
of the material.
Yes,
Get
that's
amongst
right.
it.
He's not wrong.
Yeah.
He's really not wrong, is he?
He's been under the microscope
Under
though.
scrutiny.
Under the pump.
Big time scrutiny because he is a whore of the podcast world, and
Yes.
he
Yes.
listens to a few and has input on a few.
Yep.
Not just this one. So Curbs from the Two Flogs has flogged him.
Called him out.
Called him out.
Yeah.
Said that he called him or something, and he was playing golf. He's been playing a bit of golf, old Barbs. And yeah, somehow Curbs has found out that he teed off on a par 5, not with a driver. He teed off with an iron.
Which he was saying.
Was it
that's-
iron or a wood?
Yeah,
Three-
wood, I
Well,
think.
less than driver.
But
Yeah,
I
not
think
a
he was
driver,
saying,
that's
you
all
know,
that
par 5, Reggie used the driver every chance that they get. And, you know.
100%.
And look, I've just got to say, I agree. Par 5, fucking pull the big girl out. But I mean, his job secure here.
yeah.
Yeah, he's not going to lose his job over this, but there is going to be a performance review.
So my
Grover
thing
can
was,
speak on this, actually.
you know what? I didn't have one for ages, but I can almost guarantee that I would have hit my 3-wood further than he would hit.
Yeah, without trying to suck your own cock too
not
much.
sniffing own fart,
Yeah.
but I used to hit it okay.
Yeah. You're a good
And
goal.
Just
Barbs
okay, I guess.
Barbs said himself that he hits off 28. That's his handicap.
Mm-hmm.
So in my head, I'm going, if you're a low handicapper, I understand if you're having a good round, you're in a comp or whatever, you lay it up with the 4-iron and you still probably only have like a 9-iron into the green or whatever.
That's a good chance of getting sprayed.
There's a good chance that you're fucking putting the 4-iron on the fairway. If you're off 28, I don't think it matters what club you got. You're probably spraying it.
Pull it out.
Regardless.
So pull the big stick.
You need as much club face as you can get. And this is coming from a 17
and we've never
handicapper.
seen him play. We're just
No.
going off the handicap.
Yes.
But Barbs, just don't comment, mate. Just let them go.
Yeah.
It'll go away.
They
Let 'em
are
go,
hook,
brother.
line, and sinker, and which is what they want.
The post says just now, and you're in there.
Yeah. You
Let 'em
somehow
go, brother.
commented on the post before it exists.
Fuck them, mate. Just fuck them.
He's,
Just keep going.
Just
out
get
there.
in the fucking lab, get in the range, and just
Look,
prove
he's
them
not
wrong.
he's not seasoned veterans of the social media world.
Oh, of copping
like
an
us,
absolute
you know.
grilling
Yeah,
online
yeah.
with a bunch of losers.
And
Oh, they're awesome, I thought.
we'll bring this up on Thursday, but there wasn't really too many comments. There was a few about how fucking unreal we went on the punt.
oh
on the
yeah,
weekend.
yeah. Actually, why is that? Why are they so quick to just rape everyone when they're shit? Where's the thanks boys, I can now afford a house deposit. Yeah, everyone. Thanks everyone who's
Disclaimer:
involved.
we won 13 bets. Bet slips, and 9 individual bets. So get that right up ya.
Great start.
We're back. What a start.
Great start
to
for the
season 25.
Reggies team.
I've got something we're going to play. We're going to talk about the cricket. Sri Lanka test matches have just wrapped up.
Yep.
We've got one day as starting at 3:30 p.m. this afternoon as you're listening. But I've got a bit of commentary that I want to show. And this is thanks to Channel 7. I've just
Shout
absolutely
out to 'em.
taken it straight off their app.
You
and-
McFucking give it to us. We'll McFucking McTake.
But it's just a bit of audio from one of the Sri Lankan commentators on, I think it was day 3. Sri Lanka are out there batting. Travis Head is bowling. So there's just a bit of context.
Okay.
Overs. Australia have shown that they prefer to bowl the spinners also in very short spells.
I wouldn't be surprised if Stark comes back in the attack.
That's a pie. Tossed up. A pie served for Matthews. 14 minutes early. 14 minutes to tea.
And poor running.
You're kidding. I did not expect that.
That's
brilliant.
A pie.
So it wasn't even that bad of a ball. I was thinking it was going to be a big fully, but it was a half volley outside off. Big loopy one. But
Delivered 14 minutes early.
Delivered 14 minutes early. It's 14 minutes to tea.
That is
That
great
is
stuff. Wait,
fucking
what did we
great
hear? We were watching the cricket out here before. Queensland, New South Wales.
Yeah,
guys.
I've got a bit
And
of that.
someone, one of them said that was a great agate.
Yeah.
About a ball.
So our discussion last week, what do you call a good ball? An agate?
Oi, actually, what we didn't say last week, one of the boys said Jaffa.
Jaffa.
Like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
straight away, as soon as I read that, I went, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard it too many times.
But yeah, agate.
Yeah, an
I've
agate.
never heard that
Great
before.
agate.
Great agate.
I'd like some context.
So yeah, that was great commentary there. I don't know who it was, but it was fucking good.
Give him
on
a
you, mate.
fucking job at Fox.
Sri Lanka, we wrapped up the test series 2-0. That's a big effort in Asia. Like to win a
Huge.
test series 2-0 over there on those fucking dirt bowls. We usually struggle over there. So we've done well. And it was 2 floggings too, really.
It was.
Like the second test was closer, but that was because we didn't score 650. So
Let's just quickly give ourselves some credit because all the people have been saying is just, oh yeah, Sri Lanka have just been shit.
yeah, but it's still
like,
over there.
pat us on the back and say we've gone to Sri Lanka and won 2-0. How about that? Give us a bit of credit. Give Smudge credit for turning into fucking 2017 best since Bradman form.
We said at the start of the India summer, I was like, Smith's got another big summer in him. And he went okay. He made 200s, pulled us out of the shit there a couple of times. He batted really well, but he's gone over there and just gone bang, bang.
Fucking
and I'm thinking, go to the West Indies in the middle of the year, keep scoring runs, and then his next Ashes, make him captain for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
God, he just loves
Something
it.
about
Because I
him.
think, you look at it and you can go, oh, is he against the best competition? Like we said, no, but we're over in enemy territory. But in saying that too, Marnus isn't kicking ass.
No.
Like, as in, you can. There's
Quite
still
the opposite.
there's still a thing with form there that you still have to be fucking onto it.
He made it look very easy, but that's because he's in form.
Fucking
100%.
oath.
So, yeah, I'm just hoping that we were a year out and he's going fucking get me there next
Last
next
Ashes in Australia,
November.
probably 2.
Maybe, yeah.
I was pretty pumped when we found out we got that 3-game series against the Windies.
Yeah,
That's
going to
huge.
be good.
Just to have fucking overs
Middle
under
of the
belt.
year, we've got the World Test Championship as well, so we've got 4 Test matches before the Ashes,
Yeah.
which is perfect.
26th of June, the
Because I
first
think the
one is.
biggest thing, and not that I agree with like certain things with putting different people in and just swapping and changing who's in there and that, but I think the reason I was whinging so much is because I just thought we had 1 Test match before the Ashes. So now that we have 3, it's like at least we've got a bit of time to try our different people and shit.
3,
like
it
that.
felt like we were going to be, because you know how much the English play Test cricket just all year round. It felt like we were going to be severely underprepared.
That's all I was trying to say. Like,
And our preparation was going to be a final, a Test Championship final. But now these 3 matches and then the final as well, it's pretty good. I'm very happy that they've obviously recognised it too.
Well,
gone,
and the
"Let's
other
quickly
thing
get a
is
series
too
in."
is you can't say that they didn't know that series was going to happen before the rest of the public did. So it probably justified a couple of their decisions to be like, well, we got 3 extra games before the Ashes to keep trying this shit.
Yep. Just on the back of the selection, I'm not going to take credit for it. Fox did. They put up a list saying who makes the Aussie 11 specifically for the Test Championship final, but I want to look to the Ashes as well. Because there's obviously the opener position that needs to be filled. And so you've got Constas, McSweeney's already had a crack. You've got the all-rounder position, which Bo Webster currently fills, but Cameron Green will be fit come World Test Championship final and Ashes. Marnus is up in the air. Like, at what point do we seriously put... They might have put pressure on him in the Australian camp, but... At what point does he, say, perform or you're gone?
Yeah,
He's had a very dry run. If it hasn't came already, it has to be coming. Then you got Josh Inglis getting a century. You got Bo Webster performing, as we said. And they've added Curtis Patterson in here. The old averages 140 off his 1 test.
Yeah, but he's also been printing runs in the Shield.
He has been printing a lot of runs in the Shield, and he is definitely a shout to be in amongst that. So I just think of that list of Constas, McSweeney, Marn, Greeny, Inglis, Webster and Patterson to fill 2 positions, essentially.
Well, there's no way in fucking hell I'll burn shit if they drop Webster.
Yeah.
They have to be able to fit him in.
I was just going to say then too, especially Greeny being a young fella as well, to the point where it's not like they're both the same age, both the same. Like Webster has been just kicking hole.
Mate, he's never going to drop a catch. I've just come up with he's never going to drop one.
He actually can't.
Fuck, man. He is just so good. Wherever you put him to. Like, he caught him in the outfield, caught a screamer at second
Bowl
slip.
seam, bowls obvies.
What's that? When you want a bit of spin, mate?
Yeah. I'll take a wicket in both. Oh, what's that? I've also got an earring and a big dick. So
It's fucking Andrew Simons, mate.
It's
That's
Roy-esque,
who it
isn't it?
reminds me of, because he's bowling the offies, the seamers. He just doesn't look like dropping one, and then looks so solid when he bats.
Say Marnus absolutely still shits the bed in the Windies, and Bo Webster's still killing it. There is no reason why we can't have Webster and Greeny in there. We did Marsh and Greeny when Marsh was killing it as well, and we both went, how are we going to have 2 all-rounders?
But that was when Smith had to open.
Yeah, I feel like Marnus has been hooped into with Smith too much over the last couple of years. Like, people talk about them together, where it's like Marnus has been really good too, but
he's made 100 outside of Australia.
I just feel like we've hooped them in together where we shouldn't have. And it's
there was
like
a couple
Marnus,
of years there where they were out in forces. Now one,
I know, but
but he doesn't have the runs on the board like
if
Smithy
you go
does.
back and look at some of Marnus's hundreds, there's a few of them where he got dropped like 2 or 3
Adelaide
times
Ashes.
in the innings, man. Just got fucking
There's
drop
luck,
absolute dollies, and then goes on and makes 100, and you go, fuck, you should have been out.
By the way, I hope Marnus fucking kicks ass too.
same.
I like him. I like how much he loves cricket, and he just froths it and that. But you got to look at it.
He will be working his ass off to get back into form
Yeah.
too, but he's just probably not doing the right things.
But I mean, someone who's kicking ass, but he's just new to the side, shouldn't get dropped just because he's new.
No, man.
You know,
no chance.
He will not get dropped.
Man.
Webster will not get dropped.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were talking
no.
about Marnus. I'm thinking,
Yeah, he
well,
may. He probably.
because if he doesn't do really well, saying that the Test Championships and the Windies first game or second game or whatever, you start.
Yeah.
You got to start going.
But then you go, do you give McSweeney a chance at 3 where he normally actually bats?
Yes.
But then
I
there's
reckon you
still
do.
no one to
I
open.
100% agree. I reckon we do. But yeah, Marn's got to fucking perform in the Windies because how long can we live off he was so good for and the whole form's temporary, class permanent, like Smudge has shown. He had a dry patch there without any tons and now he's made 4 and 5 matches.
Yeah.
So Marnus, he's got 4 test matches essentially. And what really highlights is how well everyone batted in Sri Lanka and a few great fucking...
Do you reckon it's because is there a clear cut bloke who's made for that position who's absolutely killing it? If that was the case, you'd probably
that's
it'd probably
right.
be a swap. But there's probably lads who are going pretty good here and there, and that's
We'll
why
have to
he's
do,
probably just staying there.
It'll have to be some makeshifting. Like we don't, other than McSweeney, there's not really any outright top order batsman who could fill in at the 3. And McSweeney's not playing absolutely amazing.
That's what I mean. That's probably why he's still there, because they're not like, there's this clear cut dude who's a 3.
If we drop Marnus, it would be someone like Green comes back in and bats at 4 and Smudge could bat first drop. Like there'll be makeshift if by some chance Marnus gets dropped. But anyway, there's just that top order still has a lot of uncertainty.
Yeah.
And in a way, there's a good headache now, whereas it felt like 6 months ago we were going, what the fuck are we going to do? We need to bleed. And we have bled. And there has been, Bo Webster's killed it. Inglis got a debut. I know we talked about how fucking lucky, not lucky, but how he'd been gifted the perfect conditions.
Yeah.
Constas has only played 2 tests, but obviously Boxing Day was brilliant. And then, Greeny's come back in. Who knows? I'm just interested to see what they really do with this Windies series.
Hopefully they end up with Constas, but he needs to just pull his head in a bit because he's just... Fuck, I was saying to you earlier, they Shield game, couple of belter Shield games just finished about an hour ago, just before we started recording. Tasmania beat Victoria by 20 runs, got the last couple of wickets with like an hour to go. And then Queensland, it looked like it was going to fizzle out to a draw because Josh Philippi and Jack Edwards... It was 6 for less than 100, I believe, and then they put on a massive stand. They was 6 for 89, and then it was 6 for 214. Like, they almost got it done, but they got that 1 wicket. Queensland end up winning with 20 minutes of play left.
Off a
it may not have been out the last one. Liam Hatcher, it looked like a clear-cut edge, but it hit his back pocket, which was a real shame to happen.
There wouldn't be DRS in the Shield, is
No
there?
way, no.
It's one camera angle.
Yeah, it's true.
Square with the wicket.
Some bloke holding his iPhone up.
So yesterday, Queensland declared 3 for 290, set New South Wales 418 runs to win. They have to go out and fucking face like 4 or 5 overs on the end of the 3rd day and then come out, hopefully save the game on day 4. And fucking Constas has played so big reverse lap second with 2 overs to go in the day. And I'm just going, mate, what are you trying not to get picked? Like, you don't bat like that. And everyone keeps saying you don't normally bat like that.
It's not
so stop it.
Coincidence that he's been such a fucking prominent junior and he's gotten back-to-back hundreds in the Shield very early on and the 100 against Australia A. But you're right. Everyone has said, like, this kid can do more than just ramp.
Yeah.
He actually is a brilliant batsman.
Just stop ramping.
Could there be a case of, I'm the fucking man?
He is 19.
I'm 19 and I'm full of testosterone and I'm the man and I've just, come out on Boxing Day against Bumrah and got a 50. Yeah, very likely, but...
That's right, though. Like, you made 50.
Yeah.
Once.
It was...
So just relax.
Yeah, if there was no ramps within that 50, it probably wouldn't have been spoken about much.
No. And
But
like,
anyway.
it was great to watch, but it's just...
I think it was just what Bumrah was doing to everyone.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
fuck
Yeah.
no. Yeah, we'll always remember that, like, opening stint. But, yeah, getting
Weird.
dropped back to Shield cricket and being within the Australia squad, like... You hope it doesn't all go to his head and he can actually perform, because I would love for us to have a 19-year-old opener who's going to play for us for the next 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
That is young for an international cricket, like Test cricket. 19 is fucking young.
It's good to see how the Australian culture keeps blokes humble. When he come back into the Thunder and he had his Aussie bag on.
Yeah.
And the boys
that
were
was
this
funny.
was a while ago, but they're like, oh, yeah, would you lose your bag?
Acting like, I don't know where it was.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Very weird selection with Cooper Connolly.
You didn't like it?
Oh, what the fuck?
I
Why'd they
understood
pick him?
it.
Why didn't they bowl him then? Smudge was bowling Webster and Head and everyone else.
He bowled, but not a whole lot. And then his only bat innings was, 4 runs?
Yeah, but I just don't know why you pick him if he's clearly you're not in the side to bat if you're batting at 8.
No.
And then
he wasn't even.
You bowled every other.
He's meant
cunt.
to be a batting all-rounder, like white ball format wise. But
That's H doesn't bowl, that is.
yeah.
That's,
bowled
that's
a
me
couple overs.
back in the day.
Like he didn't bowl much, and I'm thinking, like you've got the bloke there.
They should have
Why are you
utilised him more.
bowling Travis Head?
Oh, yeah.
And
They
fucking-
dropped Todd Murphy for him, and I think they should have utilised him more.
Yeah,
and he can
so-
bat better than he did.
Do you reckon the selectors picked him and Smith was off it and just went, "Oh, I'm not bowling the
Yeah.
cunt.
Oh, well, I'm not going to pick him. You fucking stand at cow corner, cunt.
I just won't fucking bowl you." So, that was a weird one for me because if he had a bowled heap of overs and maybe got a wicket or done, would have made sense, but he just didn't get a crack.
True.
And then when he did with the bat, obviously, it's pretty hard to go out and bat over there. First game on those dirt bowls.
Yeah.
So,
With Kuhneman, I don't know if it's just me, but like Goggles seemed like he was going to be Gary's successor once he retires. Do you look at Kuhneman now and go, that's the next spinner in line?
well, I don't know because he's got like that. He bowls well over there because
Yeah.
he's got that fast action and he can
Yep.
get him to skid on. But I don't know if he does that well over here. in field cricket.
That's what I was about to say. Gaz is
I do.
spinning.
That he could. By
Yeah.
the way, I haven't looked it up.
I haven't watched him enough in Shield or anything. I've only seen him in T20s. But Gaz is spinning, and the way he is so good in Australia is because he uses the bounce to his advantage. And the way Kuhneman bowls, it just seems like it's, like you said, very suited for a turning dirt.
Yeah,
dirt
because
track.
he'll get that one that doesn't spin.
Yeah.
and just go straight. And
Exactly.
There's
It's
no
like-
way to play him.
Is that going to be as effective in Test cricket in Australia?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who knows?
Does
But
he almost? Did I ask you this last week?
You did.
Does he throw it a bit?
Pedro asked me the same thing. He was like,
It
look at
looks
his fucking action.
weird. He's got this weird wrist thing where it almost.
I think there's
looks
a
chunky.
couple more. If we're going to start calling these action questionable, there's a couple more that
No,
we should
no.
have a look at.
But it just looks funny. Anyway,
It is strange.
Um,
Orthodox, man.
just
Well, the
on
cunt the
Marnus.
trophy's named after did so.
yeah,
Exactly
Yeah,
right.
he just threw it. They
got
changed the
700,
rules for that
800.
cunt.
Yeah.
Anyway, I am glad Marnus didn't get out in the second innings. So
Bit
he
of-
went
yeah,
out there,
yeah.
made 20 not out. We won for 70.
Yeah,
or whatever.
fucking oath. Because like I said, it's not like all you can do is talk about what you're seeing. I fucking genuinely hope he gets out the next 2 innings and fucking makes 100
Yeah,
and
yeah,
comes
yeah.
back in form.
I'm
But-
not saying that I think I have the formula for Marnus to be better here, but it seems like when he bats with intent and a lot more freedom
And moves his feet.
moves his feet, plays shots, he does a lot better than I'm going to block and leave 40
but
balls.
it's the way that he leaves it and blocks it. Like he doesn't do the big Ricky Ponting where he just plonks the front foot, bat over the head, big
Yeah.
positive leave. He like fucking, you know what I mean? Like it's almost
Very
a scared
jittery.
leave. Like he's all jittered all the time. He doesn't move off the crease.
Yeah.
And that's like the first thing you get fucking taught is pick whether you're going front foot or back foot and commit.
Yeah.
And he just never commits. So anyway, hopefully he works it out. He obviously works the hardest, I reckon, and loves cricket the most out
Exactly.
of anyone in the team,
Fucking
other than the
100%.
captain. So,
You can't knock him for that.
He
Yeah.
would be losing sleep.
Oh,
yeah. Like I said, couple of belters in the Sheffield Shield, but the third game, which was between South Australia and Western Australia, finished in 1.5 days.
Wow.
I don't know what pitch.
1.5.
I don't know what.
Were they just on the oval with no pitch?
Did they all 4 innings?
Yeah.
Wow.
So WA, here we go. WA batted, got skittled for 120 off 40 odd overs. South Australia then batted, got skittled for 120, but had a 4-run lead.
Oh.
Also in 40 overs. So end of the first day, both sides are out. WA are back batting.
Fucking hell.
Then WA gets skittled for 66 of 26 overs. And then South Australia get the runs, but lost 4 wickets. Like, end up 4 for 66.
Where were they playing?
The Wacker. I don't know what. It must have been a greenie. Fuck, it must have been a
Must have been
greenie.
a cracky.
A baggie.
Something.
Well, all the seamers cleaned up, as you can imagine. So,
Yeah.
fuck. Nathan McAndrew, 7 for 11 off 9 overs in the second
That is
inning.
some-
It might be
Yeah.
arrogant of me because obviously a lot goes into the pitches, right? And there would be so far out that you'd have to nail to make it on the day right.
Yeah.
But fuck me. How long has cricket been around for?
Yeah.
Surely they know
You don't
the
know
pitch
what's-
that's going to favour both sides and like they can make a call to be a bit more one way. But when that happens, you just think, fucking really?
Yeah.
You'd have a blueprint on what to do for a certain pitch
Yeah.
by
The
now.
Wacker as well, especially. Very old ground. Rich in history.
Yeah.
You
Just
know
makes
what you're
me
doing.
fucking
Do you
laugh
ever look at a pitch and just go, why can't you just drop the blades once more? Like the green tops. Like, this is very uneducated, but just go, get the fucking mower out there. Just once more, just drop the blades, cunt. We might have a better pitch.
Yeah, so it doesn't really say too much. I'm trying to find some sort of excuse.
Maybe it's a
here.
bowling masterclass on a road.
Yeah, from everyone.
Yeah.
You never, like, I know what you're saying, Tom, but you also, I imagine the prep's got to start weeks out.
Yeah.
And you can't predict the weather.
No,
so,
yeah,
like,
yeah. That's the weather thing is
if it fucking pisses rain and then you've only got a week.
it just seems to happen so much though that
yeah.
it's not like
They
an
definitely,
even.
Yeah.
You know.
So anyway, I just thought, I haven't seen that for a while where
Yeah,
both
that's
sides get
fucking-
rolled in the first
That
day.
is fucking insane, man.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's probably entertaining to be at.
Oh, imagine
Yeah,
like there's
that's
shit
true.
That
going
would
on
have
left,
been
right, and centre.
wickets.
the funnest time to field is when that shit happens.
Oh, yeah.
Because you
Something's
are
always-
just chirping and you
Yeah.
know every ball that you could fucking, you're in the game.
Yeah,
They
then
would
you're
have
out
about-
getting chirped.
Oh, yeah. And you've probably got 6 slips, fucking one
Oh,
around
yeah.
the corner.
If
like-
you're in slips, you're having a fucking fat old time.
Yeah, it is fun. And then everyone gets up and about and someone makes some ridiculous stop, big dive, saves 4, and the whole team just, you know. Like
And then
patting
you're
on
going to
the-
go out and bat, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was probably a good game to go to. You would have got all the wickets in
Yes.
a day and a half.
Fucking oath.
That's probably it for cricket.
That's probably it for cricket for a bit now, isn't it?
Oh, I got 1 day as against Sri Lanka.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
I'm not real sure what this squad's going to look like. Like, I don't know.
Oh, we
Yeah,
got
that'll be
Champions
interesting
Trophy
a bit.
coming up actually too.
yeah.
And
Yep.
Hazelwood and Paddy Cummins are going to be injured for.
Yeah, but what is, Champions Trophy? Seriously.
Yeah, when's it been, like 7 years, 8 years since the last one?
Whatever. We got a World Cup
I need to-
that we have, that we
Bless
hold.
me.
So we'll just
That
stick
is
with
true.
that, eh?
Stoin ODI retirement as well.
Yeah, that
Announced in the
was
squad and
fucking
then
long
went,
time
"See
coming.
ya."
Thank
Yeah.
God for that.
I don't think he was going to start much anyway.
He had photos of some cunt, seriously.
Oh, him and Zamba had their bromance for a bit
Yeah, I
too.
know, but Jesus, he had a couple of good innings in in Big Bash and that, but
2018, he was
what did
he was
ever-
brilliant.
Did he do anything?
But that's
for
7
Australia?
years ago now.
Yeah, I don't know. I just felt like he was. Oh yeah, there's Stoin. He's out there.
Yeah.
Fuck it, he's gone.
Oh, he's
again.
got big arms.
Yeah. So yeah, the squad's obviously a lot different. Travis Head's there. He just fucking
He
plays
should
all
fucking-
formats.
That
Put us
cunt's
on
deadly,
his
isn't he?
back.
Or what?
Marnus is there. Smitty's there. We've got Starkey's there still, but then you got Zampar,
Yeah.
Spencer Johnston, Connolly's in there. Carey and Josh Inglis are there, but I'd say Inglis will
Yeah,
play the 1
I
days.
think so.
Well, he did in the World
Um,
Cup.
Aaron Hardy, the big show's gone over. Matt
Fuck
Short,
yeah.
he's a gun. And this bloke,
Here we go.
Fraser McGurk.
You're not a fan.
No, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope I get proved wrong, but he just tries to hit everything for 4, and he's never going to succeed at
He's a
doing
bit of a
that.
leg side hack as well.
Oh, man.
But he's still very young.
Exactly. So I hope I get proven wrong and he turns into fucking David Warner. But
That would be
someone needs to teach
remarkable.
him that you can hit every ball. you are very good at hitting balls to the boundary. You don't have to do it every single ball.
But it works.
The bowler's allowed to. It doesn't, though.
No, I mean, that's what he's saying in his head.
He made 80-odd in the last game of the Big Bash, and that was it. He did not make a run for the rest of the time, and they're all just
Sucking him clean.
Just licking him after the last one. And I just, they must have piled money in. Cricket Australia must have piled money into him or something. He has to succeed.
Some sort of ambassador, yeah.
So anyway, hopefully they go well. He'll probably get it, he'll probably open the batting. And yeah, let's just hope that he's gone. I've got 50 overs. I don't need to bash everything
20.
for 4. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Yeah. A little bit about the Super Bowl. Watched it yesterday. I was off, obviously. 1 day is off at the moment. Every year, the Yanks just shit me with it, which is annoying because I actually do like watching the sport. I think it's quite good to watch, especially because I know a bit about it now. Work with a guy who's
fanatic.
Fucking oath.
There's always a few of them in there.
He knows everything that's going on, like rules and trades, and he's right into his finance. So the big, the money side of it, he's all over.
Yeah,
like how much blokes are getting paid.
Yeah.
And that. So anyway, went and watched it with him. He's an Eagles fan too. So
brilliant! You would have loved it.
He loved it. Yeah. But yeah, just the Yanks just shit me because it's like they're the only country that plays this sport. And they call it football, and you fucking barely see them kick it. Like, they throw it. Anyway, and they carry on like it's just the greatest thing of all time, and it's the most watched thing
They are
ever.
very one-eyed.
And I just go, it's not.
Every single year I see someone go around, and it's clearly rage bait, and they put it on social media. They go around and ask them, what is more watch television-wise, the World Cup final, like soccer, actual football, or Super Bowl? And straight away the Yanks are just like,
Yeah.
well, fucking obviously it's the Super Bowl. Why would the biggest game, biggest sport in the world with 4 billion people
I'm pretty
watching
sure it's like not even, it's in the top 10 of most watched. But like the Cricket World Cup's
more.
way more.
Billions.
Because of all the
we got
Indians.
India.
Yeah.
Get that India.
But I seen someone say, and this is bang on, it's not their fault. It's not the Yanks' fault. It's not, my gripe's not with them. It's just how they're brought up. So they're brought up thinking that everything they do is the biggest thing on the planet because that's what they're taught. So if they don't go traveling anywhere, if you've been taught from a young age that everything in your country is the best and the biggest, what else are you going to believe?
That is should be on their coat of arms. That's not just sport. That's everything.
They are quite patriotic.
That's fucking burgers, drinks, fucking guns, baby.
Yeah.
Everything's burger. Yeah.
Oh, and they reckon, and this is, I don't know who exactly has said it, but it is a bit in their culture to go, our best athletes play other sports other than soccer. If all of our best athletes played soccer, we'd be the best at that too.
Bit like we say about Union.
Yeah. But
With the
fuck off, mate. All your athletes are huge.
Well, isn't
cunts.
it like what
Not
you're
soccer
saying? They
players.
say we're the world champions.
Yeah,
And it's
so
like, but
whether
no,
you win
they
the
can't play
baseball or the domestic comp or the NBA or the NFL, you get a hat or a shirt that says world champions on it. And like,
No.
I get it in the NBA, it's a bit more of a global sport.
Yeah, there's a lot more.
But a lot more countries play it, and there's a World Cup for it and that.
Yeah.
And the NBA's no one's going to
For
beat
sure.
it. No one's going to beat an NBA side.
You can cop
So
that.
I'm like, whatever. But the NFL, they only play gridiron in America and Canada. Like
There's a few you can't see it playing on prickled fields on an oval.
Yeah, but like
it's not
actual
the same.
leagues.
Yeah, the
a
Port City
league,
Pirates.
Yeah.
I'm just going, fuck, man, I can't cop how you're the only country that is hyper about this sport. Of course you're going to be the best at it.
Yeah.
When
I
you're the only
honestly-
country play it.
Almost look at it from, like, use the same arguments but from a different perspective. That because the NBA is a world game, and if you look at probably 3 of the best players in the last 5-10 years is Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic, and Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
All 3 Europeans.
Yeah, all
and because
different
it is,
countries, though.
So it's like you can't call yourself the world champions because it is such a world game. Whereas the Yanks, no one's going to be better than the Yanks at the NFL. Like
you shouldn't be allowed to say world champions in a domestic comp. That's like, the Brisbane Lions, they're the world champs.
Exactly.
Of the AFL.
That's why in NRL, we don't say we're the world champions because that's what the fucking, what's it called when we verse the Poms? Super League winners again?
The World Club Championship.
Yeah, World Club
that's
Challenge.
a club championship.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's just Yanks, man. It's just Yanks.
Noah Lyles said it last year with the Olympics. He's like, world champions are what? Like, you aren't like...
And he copped it from his own
fucking
country.
Copped it. Everyone was like, well,
because they don't see any other countries.
It's very
There was
tunnel vision.
one bloke who's fucking just ripped in here on social media. Simon Day, good on you, 90. He's gone. He's gone. America excels at sports that most others don't bother with. Gridiron, baseball, and basketball. Gridiron is essentially fat blokes padded up like doonas, bashing into each other. It's not really a sport; it's entertainment. Kind of agree. Baseball, again, mostly fat blokes spitting on the ground and playing rounders.
That is so true.
Baseball, mostly fat blokes spitting and playing rounders.
That is
and then
fucking
basketball,
spot on.
more skillful, but largely tall men playing a variation of netball. You can't take them seriously.
Wow.
Fuck, that bloke had a shit day.
Yeah, he hates everything.
Simon Day. Shit day.
Big shit.
Look, and like I said, it's a shame because I do like watching it.
But you got to agree, it is entertainment, man. Otherwise, they wouldn't have so many fucking breaks.
Yeah.
Like, if it was just about the sport and the sport alone, she'd be, get on with it, you cunts.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Super
obviously,
Bowl,
there's so much money in it. Like, can you imagine how much money they're paying for that fucking spot?
Yeah. Well, that's right. I've said it before. The top 40 most watched things in America is 40 football games.
Yeah.
And then 41 is something else. Like
The revenue they make from just advertisements alone, like how much Pepsi would pay, or Apple now sponsors the halftime show, and like the fucking Carl's Jr. ad or something that you see, like it is all just so lucrative, man.
Yeah.
It's fucking
And because the
insane.
season's quite short,
Yeah.
which is like, it's good that
Was
they
it
do
16, 17
that.
games?
17 rounds,
Yeah.
and then you got playoffs. So, like, yeah, it doesn't go for that long, so everyone just froths it.
Yeah, we have shat on the Yanks here, but like I still will sit down every year and watch the Super Bowl. and I'll have a fucking
And
hot
like I
dog with
watched
some
heaps of the playoffs
chicken
and that
wings.
as well. It was good. Like I said,
I think if I was at home and had fuck all on, I'd probably chuck it on. But I think I was in the airport and traveling and shit, and I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
"Nah,
yeah.
whatever."
You're not marking it on your.
I remember
calendar,
one year though, we were in fucking Canada and fucking remember Super Bowl day. I'll never
Super
forget
Bowl
it.
day, and
we missed our first McFlight.
was
and
this
we
the one
went
in
through
LA?
Seattle, and
Yeah,
Seattle were in
Seattle's
the
playing,
thing.
yeah.
So you couldn't help but
against
see
the
the game.
Broncos, or was it?
I don't know
Pats?
which one it was.
Yeah, not
the one
sure.
I don't know if it's the one where they fucking lost it when they shouldn't have.
Can't remember. I
Oh,
was busy
against Pats,
shitting myself. Anyway.
But Bill Belichick, he's a former New England Patriots coach.
Yep.
The most successful coach in terms of Super Bowl wins in the history
Is
of
it
the game.
7?
Is absolutely kidding himself with his missus, man.
It's crazy.
It's criminal. He's 74.
Mm.
And, like, you know when you've got, like, an older cunt and you can see how a young chick might find him attractive because he's, like, a big cunt with a beard and probably can cut up timber and shit.
Jason Momoa, or like
Yeah,
even
you
a bit
know.
like Leo DiCaprio. How
Nah,
he always
nah,
goes
fuck
for the-
him.
No?
What's his name?
Clooney.
George Clooney or
Yeah.
fucking Pierce
Silver
Brosnan
Foxes.
or something like that. You can sort of see it. This cunt is a proper grandpa, man. Like he is old.
He'd have a cock
and
splint.
she is 24 and smoking. Like
It is pure
Yeah, I
sugar
wonder why
daddy.
she's there.
74 and 24. That's wrong.
50 when she was
He'd
born.
have to allow her to get plowed.
That's
Otherwise, he's kidding himself.
Yeah, can
he is kidding himself.
How much Viagra?
Going down.
How much Viagra would
One
that
pound
cunt
a
take,
week.
Mate.
for half a stiffy?
It's fucking bullshit.
Like he,
look, we can sit here and laugh, but that is wrong.
she's clearly there for money, and he's there.
And the
'cause
only reason that it's
he wants a
wrong,
stiff.
like no one, is because they're both adults now, technically. But that is wrong.
It's
and
still should be
these
very frowned
cunts
upon.
over there have got a bit of a history with fucking pedophilia going on at the
Oh
moment.
man, it's so weird. The more you start diving into that shit,
And they're all just getting called out for it. And it's
Yeah.
like, What is wrong with you cunts?
Yeah. Fucking stay away from kids, you weird cunts.
Fuck me dead.
Fuck's sake. What the fuck?
And it's all the famous cunts.
What are you doing? Do you get
starting
bored?
to sound like Joe Rogan.
Do you get that bored? You just go, I might fiddle a kid. Stop it.
I just got too much money on board. I'm going to just fucking start an island.
Start fiddling. Stop fiddling and just do your thing.
And you know what's shit?
What?
Is the more it comes out and the whole industry knows about it, apparently.
Oh, fuck.
They just go, yeah, we used to go like this Diddy thing. Oh, yeah, we used to go to his parties and it was always weird as fuck. It's
Yeah,
like,
there was heaps of little guys there and we left.
you know what I mean? Like,
What the fuck?
it's like every cunt knows and they just don't say anything. What is wrong with these fucks?
No, it's so weird.
Fucking Yanks.
Wow. Welcome to the Reggies, a sports show.
And we're going to pump this Strickland too. Like, because when
Yeah.
we get into the UFC,
Yeah.
he said some dumb shit while he was over here as well.
We're getting in the UFC.
Yeah, go on.
But yeah, so I just want to say quickly, shout out to the Aussie fans, despite a lackluster card. We're always known to be in there nice and early. Like, as in a lot of cards, I think people funnel in for the main and co-main, and obviously a little bit like that. But we were there for the very first fucking thing, and there was a lot of people in there right from the start. And I'm glad there was too, because Quillen... Fucking Sulk. How do you pronounce his last name? I think there's 2 L's there. I just don't want to fuck it up. But Quillen anyway, the very
I did
first
see this
fight of the
bloke,
night
yeah.
was fighting an Indian man and absolutely got something into him in the first round. About 30 seconds in, stiffened him, and what a way to start. Like an
was,
Aussie launching.
He was the one lighting the cigar
Yeah.
celebration, wasn't he?
So that
He wanted
was-
his 50K fight, not a fight of the night bonus.
So that was great. And he should have fucking got it because there wasn't much going on late.
well, that started off, and everything I was seeing and hearing was like, we're in for a fucking rip.
Yeah, like it was really good early on, man. There was that one, Jonathan
I love
doing
it.
well.
I love
Mikhailov-
the UFC each
Mikhailov,
week.
Jonathan Mikhailov won a decision, so another Aussie won. So Aussies back to back there, and then I was like, no Aussies in the next one, right? I'm going to get a drink and have a piss. Fucking banger. Like, it was Zhu Rong versus Cody Steele, and Cody Steele had a fucking steel jaw.
Did he?
Because fucking oath, man. Like, these two were going off their domes, smashing the fuck out of each other.
It is how it sounds, old mate's name.
It was...
Sal killed.
Sal killed?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
so he was great. But yeah, so those two put on an absolute fucking
Clinic.
ripper. And it went to a decision, so they don't always have to be knockouts to be good. But that, I reckon,
Fuck
fight of
off.
the night. I think Dana give that fight of the night, actually, and I fucking agree with him. It was really good.
And that was on the prelims.
That was the early prelims.
Wow.
And then the prelims, so that Colby Thickness versus Taporia. It was, I actually thought they might have given Colby the second round. Like, I thought Ilya's brother, like Taporia, won the first round. Me being biased, I'm like, I might have given that to Colby the second round. And then Colby went for a takedown at the start of the third. Didn't work out for him. Then he tried it again and lost the round. They ended up giving, I think, Taporia all three. But like, Colby hold his own, man. Wang Kong.
Big Wang.
Got to admit, went for a piss. That wasn't the most exciting fight ever.
Didn't miss much.
Very big surprise. Tom Nolan had a good fight, mate. He won by decision. So another Aussie. Jack Jenkins. I was spewing, mate.
That was disappointing.
So he dropped him in the first round and was over the top of him, and we're going off because he was paying $7 something to win by knockout. So we're like, come on, Jackie boy.
Yeah.
So we are just going off, going, he's going to do it. And then as soon as old mate got out of that, you felt that was like his chance.
Oh, yeah.
And then...
Just gassed or just like...
just old mate looked pretty sharp,
Yeah, okay.
and then started working on some things. He's a Brazilian, I'm pretty sure, Santos,
Yeah,
and
jiu-jitsu.
ended up winning by submission. But Jack still had a crack.
Yeah.
I actually read something that he was pretty badly fucking injured. Something happened to him in the hospital. I don't know how accurate it was, but yeah, he also shaved his dome too. He looked a bit different going in there. I don't know if that did the old Fabio thing.
Maybe he was on the roids and needed to get rid of the hair sample.
Maybe. Jake Matthews got a win to start off the main card. Jimmy Crute finished in a draw. He had a good opening round, and then, probably
Majority
agree
draw,
with that. Yeah. He seemed pretty gassed late, but it's good to see him come back and not lose anyway.
So what round did they give all square? Like, how's that work?
I don't know. They must have just judged one even. If there's 3, they must have went like a 9-9, or how the fuck do they do that? I don't know.
Majority draw.
Or unless 2 judges scored the rounds opposite, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
I
Something
know
like
that
that.
when they read it, the third judge is 28-28, but I didn't hear the first 2.
Yeah, so maybe they all agreed with one, and then there was opposites.
No, 2 of them might have.
Well, one agreed.
Yeah, one might have said.
One said the
one
Kroot
other
one, I
bloke.
think.
Yeah, so the other one said old mate 1, and then
think
the
there was
third one was
2.
28-28, yep.
How did he come up with that?
Don't know.
He went, fuck them.
And then, so up until that stage, up and about, you know, fucking getting into me work,
Getting
on the
into your
piss,
rugby league.
pumped, like let's
yeah.
fucking go.
Heaps of yelling and heaps of drinking.
Heaps of it.
Well.
Tafa's up next. I'm thinking big, tall, long cunt, just asking for an overhand, looping right, stiffen him, the crowd will go off. Nana. Nana. Didn't even throw a McPatch.
Yeah, but this cunt's name is Tallis.
I know. But I've just never seen old Tal hanging around. And I'm thinking, surely they're setting up the Aussie crowd for a sleeping.
Well, they
on
did.
this bloke.
Just the
The wrong
So,
cunt.
poor old Tafa, man, just got stoved with an elbow
By
against
Gordon.
the cage and was like,
the bull.
You could hear a pin drop. Like, as in everyone was the same as us going, here we fucking go. It's like the last Aussie of the card, and we're all wanting him to win by knockout. You can imagine everyone's fucking got a bet on it.
Yeah.
Ow!
So,
like
mate,
30 seconds in, and everyone's like, well, that sucks.
Would have went
would've
down like a lead.
It did, man. Like, you look around and everyone, and they're like, fuck.
Yeah.
So
How many
old mate-
multis did he fuck?
Oh,
A lot early,
Was
too.
was Tafa the favourite?
no.
No, because old mate's 8-0.
Yeah.
And let's
But
be
I think it was
honest.
his first fight in the UFC, though.
Right.
So, you know, he's 8-0. He would have been 7-0, but yeah, so that was very fucking disappointing.
Yeah.
And then from there,
She
wasn't
fizzled.
exciting.
She fizzled.
So the next fight, obviously Weili Zhang, shout out to her. Like I said, I'd tip Tatiana to beat her. Just obviously you get sucked into a bit of the hype and the lead up. I'd never watched her before. I was just listening to the whole embedded shit and diving into it.
Yep.
And yeah, very impressive from Zhang to beat her, but was it the most entertaining watching live? Fuck no. So I was thinking, righto, here we go, the main event.
This is the big one.
Fuck, man. The amount of cunts screaming at them in the live, I don't know, you would have heard it on TV. This isn't a spa, you cunts.
Really?
Yeah, they're going, I paid good money for this shit, get the fuck into it. Like, fucking, mate, the Aussies.
Reggies.
And, mate, it was funny, the chants, such as a wanker. Like, all going the whole night, whoever was fighting the Aussie.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the crowd was funny as fuck.
Fuck yeah.
But just that they were absolutely
Crowd was the best
teeing
part
off
of the night.
on the main event. Like as it was going, you know, first round feeling out a bit. You know, you expect that second round. As soon as it got past like a minute and it was still like that, cunts are going right. Fuck this.
Yeah.
Like they're going boo, cunt. But then you
do
got to go.
something.
You know, Strickland. I thought he might have done something a bit different this time because he's always fought like that. I don't know why I expected him to, but he just stayed exactly
So
like
did
he
I, to
was.
be
And
honest.
Dreykus was like, you hear him talk about it after, and he's like, I wanted to beat him at his own game, which you respect him for now, but fucking not the greatest to watch there, Joe.
All week they're saying we're going to go to war.
Yeah, like when he goes,
let's agree and kill each
and that's
other.
the thing. I heard a commentator, I forgot who it was, say that, you know, his talking doesn't match his fight style, and you got to agree. He
Yeah,
goes, "We're going to
100%.
go to war, me and the Dutchman." Fucking rah rah, and you go, "Well, you know, not that I'll do any better." But I mean, that's really not a war, is it? Like
Nah,
it's
it's more
like the boys are
fencing.
yelling. It's like a spar sort of thing, like picking each other off.
It was kind of just like 1-2s, 1-2s, 1-2s.
And round 4 was good. Like when he broke his nose and put the heat on him, that was the most exciting part of the fight. But that was the only thing of the fight that was even like, as in got really pumped up for.
We saw a bit of blood spray out.
So, you
Get our hopes
know,
up.
I think it's just one of those things where it was just an anticlimactic finish. After the start, you go, Tafa gets stoved. And then you go
Morale was down after that.
2 5-round chess matches sort of things, and you go, oh.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Little bit disappointing. I just think for me, moving forward, like obviously not getting the big stars to fight there because of whatever the fuck those reasons are. But
Tax reasons.
I think next time I'll definitely be waiting to see what the card is. Because see, that was the problem with this too. You'd assume that they were going to put the big deadly guns on there, but you had to buy a ticket before the fucking card was even finalised.
Because they sold out, yeah.
Because otherwise you were going to miss out.
Yeah.
So I just think it's a hard thing. I think Australia might struggle to keep getting the big crowds and the
unless they
hype
change
unless
something.
fucking they make a card that's going to be better. Because I've been to 3 now. The first one was amazing in Perth with Vulcan Islam.
Yeah.
And then it's just got worse.
Yeah.
They set
Still
the
a
bar
great
really
event,
high.
but for the fucking price hasn't changed, bruh.
No.
That's the difference.
No.
So, but anyway, the weekend as a whole and the event is fucking great. Like the production value and everything they
Yeah.
do, it's purely
I'd
just getting
love to
these
fucking
people
go
to
to one,
fight
man.
there.
Yeah,
Other
yeah.
than that, perfect. Buffer. Awesome to fucking watch.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, Dana
there was
says
fucking stars everywhere. Just not in the cage.
Dana says it himself. Obviously, he's going to say about his own sport, but he's like, there's no other sport that has such entertainment value. Like, you come to a UFC event, and it'll be the best fucking, like, thing you've been to in terms of entertainment. And
Yeah.
surely
and
it's
mate,
up there for you.
And mate, if people were going to their first one then, they probably loved it. But it's
Yeah.
just because I was fucking spoiled in Perth, I think.
That was your first one.
That was
and
my first one.
Probably one
So
of the
going
best
to the
fights
cast and winning the
I've seen.
grand.
Yeah, exactly. It's all downhill from here.
You know, for your first go on the pokes.
You've gotten to here already,
Yep.
and you're over the mountain.
Yeah, over the mountain.
It's a slippery slope.
But overall, man, yeah, it was still a fucking great experience.
Yep. Well,
But
I'm
yeah.
glad fucking Strickland lost just because of his
So am
carry
I.
on.
Look, most of the carry on was fucking hilarious at the start. When he started talking about how we had one mass shooting and our gun laws are gone, it's like, well, mate,
We haven't had another one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm pretty
You
fucking
fucking idiot.
pretty happy it happened. Well, not
that
the
is-
shooting, but the
I know
laws.
he's pretty famous for just saying shit.
Yeah, man,
that
he
is dumb
doesn't
as
even
fuck.
half think about it sometimes, I think.
Yeah,
But
like what did he fucking say? Was he getting?
he was talking about chicks making a sandwich and about, because he was saying how he likes the chicks being on the card and shit, and we're just all going, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And he's talking about sandwiches and he goes, well, have you had a good sandwich from a guy? Like he's about all this sort of shit.
But what
letting
did
me-
remember when
teeing
he
off.
was getting interviewed by that? I don't know what
Nina.
part of Asia she was in from, but they asked him something about fucking whatever, and he just starts talking about sweatshops and
Oh,
fucking,
I don't know.
Oh,
But
and
mate,
you just
he's-
go, holy fuck,
he
you
is a
can't
loose
say that.
cannon, and I got to admit, I fucking find him that entertaining just because no one else is like him and he's unfiltered as fuck. But I just think it comes to the point now where unless his fighting style changes, he can't just. I think everyone's starting to go, well, man, you're not going to really go to war.
No,
It's not gonna be
that
this
was more my
exciting
point.
thing.
Like it shit me when he said the thing about the guns. It was the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh, you changed your laws and it fixed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
we
yeah,
don't have
wow.
fucking one a week. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Anyway, but the other part I got the shits with was we're gonna do this and this and this, and then it was obviously a shit fight.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
that's
if you're
right.
gonna talk it up, just go in there and
That's it.
swing.
It reminds me of Colby in a way that he talks up that much that he's going to do this and that, and it's just a boring sort of hugging
Yeah.
or ground thing. And that's fine to fight like that, obviously. Fucking, like I keep saying, I'm not doing any better. But Pereira should be the cunt lipping.
Yeah,
When he
yeah.
And all
walks
he
out and
says
just
is-
fucking drops cunts. Like, that's who should lip.
Wish he would
Yeah.
say more than chummer.
That's why McGregor got all the hype around him back in the day, because he lipped and went out and slept.
Well, if you walk, talk the talk, you
Used
gotta walk
to.
the walk. And there's a lot of talking and not much walking.
That's right. A couple of things after it, though, like DDP called out Alex Pereira.
Big
in the
double
cage.
dick penetration.
Yeah.
Calls him out.
So, and then he admitted that Kamzat's going to be next, obviously. He was just saying that fight excites him. Alex was saying, bring it on at 205, and Dreykus is like, yeah, sweet.
Well, it kind of makes sense if Dreykus beats Kamzat and Pereira beats, is it Ankalev? That he's
Yeah,
fighting?
Ankalaev, yeah.
Ankalaev. If they both win, why would you not? You've got an undisputed champion at 205 who is dominating a lot of fights in a row. Drickus, this will be that'll be his fourth or third title defense. Like it just makes sense.
I think it's all about if there's no fights that are exciting in the division, then you could justify it.
Yeah.
Because like Ilya really seems to be on this path where he wants to move up too, although he's only made one title defense. You know, when you sort of go, normally you go, well, you should have to fucking do a couple of defenses before you move up. Or give it up.
Yeah.
And that's what I heard Volk doing a interview, and I think he's itching to get back in there, Volk. Like he's sort of going, at the start he's going, I want the rematch. But at the moment he's sort of thinking, I don't want to fight for nothing. So he's sort of open to, I think, fighting Lopez for like a interim belt while Ilya fucks around and does what he does. Because he was saying, unlike him, Izzy when he was champ, Pereira when, like, at the moment, they were all fucking super regular fighters. Ilya's like, I'm happy to fight every 6 months. Because he's 27 too. All these other cunts are mid-30s.
Yep.
So, anyway.
27 and has money.
Oh,
Family money.
So he's going, dangerous sport. I'll just train heaps, be in the fucking physical peak and fight once every 6 months.
Yep.
But anyway, so there's plenty going on there. The next cards coming up are fucking unreal, like I was harping about before, but we'll get to them when they're when they're approaching. But
that'd be good to go to.
Yeah. Well, mate, we're actually talking about it going, maybe we make our one UFC trip a year. You make it overseas. So you just plan to go to America for fucking 4 or 5 days, have the UFC trip in the middle and know that it's going to be a banger. Because every Vegas card is a ripper.
Yeah.
Like there's fucking at least 3 or
100%.
4 fights that you're like, let's go.
Yep.
So anyway, let's fucking,
We'll figure it out.
yeah, it's UFC.
Tough
I don't know
headache
if you'll
to
be. See, the thing is, if they do one next year, you'll fucking buy tickets.
Well,
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, I might not though.
Until the
I
card
just feel
comes
like
out.
they should at least owe it to you that you should be able to see exactly what the card is before the tickets go on sale.
Yeah, or at
Otherwise
least the
it's-
headliner.
Yes, that's right. Well, we knew the one headliner,
Oh,
but
Which
we
was
knew-
appealing.
you didn't know anything.
which
else.
was pretty cool. But
Yeah.
you just assume that there'd be either Jack or anyway.
It was good on paper. And then not much happened.
Yeah,
That's
was
right.
It's until he got his nose broken, which was obviously cool.
which tends to happen in fights.
And the tough guy just putting it back. Like, you got to give it to. He's a tough motherfucker.
How
well,
about
he's
Strickland saying to him after when Strickland was like, "Yeah, I tried to crack it in place," and Strickland's like, "Yeah, you're
doing
putting
it
it
the
the
wrong
wrong
way."
way, cunt." It's just like, oh, that is just power.
Well, his old man probably snapped it a few times for him.
Oh,
Heck.
wow.
Fuck him. We're not
This has been a
communists, you
dark.
cunt.
This has been a dark
Can
episode.
I say I don't even know what that word means? We're not going to get into it here, but when he kept saying that, I'm like, I honestly don't really know enough about that to even know
Oh, there's a
what
lot
it
of big
is.
words when you look it up.
Yeah, we'll just fucking move on, I think.
Yeah, it's to
Enough
do,
politics.
Lots to do with socialism, I think.
That's another one. Don't know what
Which
that is.
oh,
It's just way like countries are run shit, like
Yeah.
communist Russia.
Sounds
You
gay
have
to
a-
talk about.
You have a dictator in place, and everyone has to follow his rules, and it's even for everyone.
Yeah, right.
even for everyone is probably the most easiest way.
Yeah, right.
Rather than
we
we,
are
work
definitely-
hard, we make more money than other people.
Yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
gets the same treatment.
Fucking
Fuck yeah.
ETU, baby.
On the biffing front, but boxing, I just thought we'd share this. Mexican boxing legend Saul Canelo Alvarez has signed a 4-fight deal with the Riyadh season.
That's
so
good.
after speculation about May showdown against Crawford in Las Vegas and potential clashes with YouTuber Jake Paul, Canelo has chosen to focus on high-stakes bouts in Riyadh, leaving previous plans on the sideline. So fans can look forward to first match taking place in Riyadh May 3rd against William Skull. Following this initial fight in Riyadh, Canelo is set to face Terence Crawford in Las Vegas,
Thank
which will be held under the
fuck.
Riyadh season banner. Fucking pumped that they're doing it in Vegas
Yeah.
under the Riyadh banner.
They
Thank
do
fuck.
that more.
Yes,
I reckon.
yes, please. If
Less
they can
Saudi
do that
Arabia,
more,
6 a.m.
Riyadh
Yeah.
banner, yeah.
Yeah, you love it.
Yeah,
Love
yeah.
it.
We love camels.
Love it.
Just put it in
We
Vegas.
love oil.
We love oil.
Like an oath.
That's right. Please, that would be good. So pumped about that. And then he's going to feature a couple of times in 2026, February and October. So
Unreal.
fucking pumped, man.
Fucking oath.
I'm
Especially
very
what
glad.
was speculated. And we're going, this little weasel has actually done it.
Yeah.
Oh, it
I
was-
thought that Paul had actually weaseled
Man,
his
Well,
way.
the only reason I was half keen on that, if he was going to do it, is because there's no fucking way Canelo would have taken it easy or made it entertaining.
Nah, he would have just
He would have
slept
just
him.
fucking
Yeah,
walked out
yeah.
and pumped him. But yeah.
Well, you hope, because Paul's actually quite big. You
Yeah,
know what
I
I mean?
know.
Like,
He is.
they would have had to fight at a certain weight, but then He's a fucking. He's a
Mate.
proper cruiserweight,
Mate, he's
and
and
Canelo is not a
I've
cruiserweight.
spoken about it before and got roasted. He's not a shit cunt.
No,
He's a fucking good. Like
he
he's
can
got
box a
power
bit.
and he can box and stuff. But Canelo,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
You
this
know.
is
I
the
just
best
mean
fight
like
of the last
Canelo's a
5-10
middleweight,
years.
and Paul's every bit of a cruiserweight.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
exactly.
But anyway, it won't happen.
I
It's
was
good.
very worried when it was beyond speculation almost. Like, you had reputable sources posting it everywhere. And we had just spoken about him meant to be fighting Terence Crawford. And I've just gone, like, surely.
We've gone from Crawford
fucking
to
not.
Paul.
How does this cunt keep getting
Well,
away with it? And
do you know what
then
even
everything was
worse
restored?
looking at? I don't know if this is going ahead or not, but when you saw him and his brother, I went, "Oh, fuck off!"
Yeah.
Surely no one is buying that.
yeah.
I was just
That
like,
was.
was so
I've seen
wild.
better acting in porn than what they were doing, man. That was bad.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I hate laughing at anything that cunt does, Jake Paul. I just don't like finding it funny.
Yeah, I agree.
But
certain bit of pride.
a couple of those fucking videos, man.
"Oh, it's funny."
The one where he's got all the dancers and he's dancing around like with the Mexican hats on, like trying to.
It's because mate. It's funny because of the cunt he's doing it to.
Yeah.
Like that, that's why it's
Fuck, I
funny.
was
You're like,
laughing
"Get
at that."
fucked."
I think the one I found funny, and probably one of the only ones I found funny a few years ago, was with the whole McGregor beef. He says, "What's up, you Irish cunt?" And that's such a strong word for them. And he's just sitting there smoking the cigar. And I was like, that's actually kind of funny.
Nah, the one where he's got it would have cost him a bit to put this on.
Oh.
Like it had all the dancers and the props and shit, and he kept going, puta.
Yeah, he's trying his best to weasel under his skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
I
weasel.
did fucking find that pretty funny, but yeah, surely not, man. Like imagine if you could just bluff your way into fighting the best fighter on the planet. Like,
Well, it wouldn't be
arguably.
bluff. It'd be fucking money. Like,
Yeah,
the only way
absolutely.
it'd happen and where you could see it happening is Canelo goes, "Oh, yeah, 60 million to just fucking walk out and
Sleep.
smack this bloke."
Yeah.
But because he's got that much money already with these fights lined up, he'd be thinking, "I'm not giving it to him."
I reckon he probably would have possibly made more with this deal. Obviously, he would have because it's 4 fights.
Yeah.
But per fight, I reckon he'd be making about that. Sure.
Well,
They would have
I
had
think
to pay
that's
him a
why-
lot. He would
maybe
have
not
had,
this
he would have had
first
leverage.
one, but the second one against Crawford.
Oh,
that'll-
fuck, that'll be massive.
They will get paid.
Canelo
so
would have had
much.
leverage for sure. He would have went back to the table with Riyadh or whatever. And Turkey, Al
He probably leaked it. Hey boys,
Yeah.
if you don't pay me more, I'm going to fight this idiot.
Yeah. Can you imagine telling someone 15 years ago, even 10 years ago, that a Disney Channel / YouTube is
Yeah.
going to fight the best boxer on the planet?
Yeah, well, he's not, hopefully. So that's
but
good.
still.
But yeah, it was good because, like you said, you sent that, or did we talk about it, or did you just send it through?
I think I sent it
that it
through.
was going to happen. We're like, fuck, and within 24 hours, it was like
Backflip.
backflip.
Yeah.
He signed a 4-fight deal with Riyadh.
Thank
Fucking
God.
thank Christ.
Boxing
Hey,
has
but at
been
least
saved.
he's aiming. If he's saying though that he wants to be a world champion, my biggest knock's always been I'm not going to ever knock the cunt for putting on entertaining fights and selling and making money. It was always for me the fact that he kept saying he's going to be a world champ and fighting cunts that are never going to get him
Yeah,
there.
I know, but
so
that's-
if he's now he's trying to go above and beyond. But I just hope he starts fighting dudes who are actually like ranked.
No,
yeah,
but he
I
won't.
want to see him
I know,
fight
'cause
under.
he'll lose.
I want to see him fight under a sanctioned one of the 10 sanctioned boxing organisations with shit on the line more
Yeah,
than
but
just like exhibition. I want to see.
We
like,
know that he's clearly not a dumb cunt.
No.
Like he's fucking very smart with his marketing and that.
Absolutely.
He knows he's not going to be good enough to work his way through. He'll get beaten by a very low level boxer.
Yeah.
Right? Like Tommy Fury beat him, for fuck's sake. So he can't do it that way. So he goes, the only way I've got to fight Canelo is to just fucking
chirp him.
and just hope that he comes and just wants to knock me
Yeah.
clean out, which he will do.
Yeah.
Gets
But
under his
I
skin
can still
enough.
say that I fought him for the fucking middleweight
Yeah,
title
yeah,
or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's never even, it would never even have crossed his mind to start low and work up because he knows that he can't do that.
Yeah.
So
And he
he's
makes
got-
a lot of fucking money just fighting the exhibitions he does
Yeah.
against former fighters.
That's right. Hey boys, talking about weaseling, weird sport of the week.
Oh, it's
Here
back.
we go.
Yeah, we got ferret legging.
Wow.
So ferret legging was an endurance test stunt.
Hang on. Ferret legging.
Ferret legging, yep. So it was an endurance test or stunt in which ferrets were trapped in trousers worn by participants. So it seems to have been popular among young coal miners in Yorkshire, England. Fucking poms.
Yorkshire. I knew it was pom when you said trousers.
So competitors cannot be drunk or drugged, nor can the ferrets be sedated. In addition, competitors are not allowed to wear underwear beneath their trousers, which must allow the ferrets free access from one leg to the other, and the ferrets must have a full set of teeth that must not have been filed or otherwise blunted.
Fuck off. So they can nibble at your nuts.
So the world record for ferret legging is 5 hours and 30 minutes, sent by Frank Bartlett and Christine Farnsworth in 2010.
Hang on. So the goal is to keep the ferret inside your pants.
So you put it in, you put your belt on, and then you got to trap him at the edge
At the ankles.
when he's trying to get out, or up the top.
Fuck
so you got
off.
to pin him out.
with no knickers on.
Yeah.
5.5 hours, cunt.
Yeah.
I was expecting
Ferret legging.
like seconds. That is fucked.
That is fucking dumb.
So- little cunt would
I
be
can imagine the
itching
sport
around it.
isn't around anymore. But yeah, ferret legging.
You've
You can't even be on the piss or the gear.
Nah.
You've topped last week.
Oh, yeah, but there's no drug testing back then, yeah.
Shin kicking was like you go. Well, there's a slap fucking slap fighting now.
We've got variations
Shin
of-
kicking makes a bit of sense, but that is
Ferret
combat
fucking
sport.
dumb.
Ferret legging is just off tap. So anyway, there's the weird sport of the week.
Well done.
That is extremely weird.
Yeah.
Very.
You're going to do well to top that one.
No, I don't think it will.
fuck,
This segment will probably go for 3 weeks.
Yeah. Ferret legging.
Boys, have we got a captain?
Skip.
And on that note, it's because of CTC, the captain of the week. Go on to countrycompanies.com and cop one from the Knuckler and the team, or go to countrytruckercaps.com and design your very own for any occasion. Best in the business.
Yeah.
What are we thinking off the
know,
back
mate.
of fucking today, boys?
Who did we
About
give
the,
it to last week? Was it Smudge?
No.
Yeah, for 10,000 runs.
Oh, we did too.
So we can't really give it to him again because he made another ton.
No, that was just a measly old 100.
Yeah.
Dirty old.
Fuck.
I don't know, hey.
Gotta give it to Quillen for knocking that bloke out in 19 seconds.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
great
Round
shout,
one,
Quinn.
Quillen, 19 seconds, Aussie. I think it was his UFC debut in
And he
front
really-
of a fucking home Australian
Yeah.
crowd and just stoved an Indian to really stamp it home after the cricket.
The highlight of the card as
Happened
well, I
very
guess I would
early.
say, so
Fucking oath.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
good on
I'm
him.
happy to give it to Quillen.
Good on you, Quillen. His
Yeah.
parents really fucking made it hard
Wonder
for
when
him.
where Salkeld is from.
I'm not sure. Very Australian yarn on him, though.
Yeah,
After.
no,
but his... I know what you mean.
We all come from somewhere, mate.
No,
Over there,
But I mean,
unfortunately.
he's not like it's not like we've brought him in and he's got his he's obviously
yeah.
been here. But
It's
don't
like-
know where the name comes from.
It's like poor old Minwoo Lee. Talks like us.
Very
And
Aussie.
fucking everyone just goes, oh, fucking Minwoo Lee, that's it. Yeah, you know what I mean.
yeah.
So
That was actually on the weekend. Was the Phoenix Open?
Yeah,
golf.
that is probably on the bucket list at some point.
Yeah, the party hole. So
Yeah.
16, hole 16. Fuck, man, that would be.
It does look
brilliant.
good, and there was a hole in one, a slam dunk, so everyone just fucking covers the fucking
That looks
hole
sick.
in
That'd be good
piss.
to be at, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You've got is Live Golf Adelaide. I think that's this weekend too.
Yeah.
Isn't it? So
Yep.
there you go. There's a lot of rugby league golf.
That's
within
actually
and
one
around.
I found a bit strange. So the Live Tour, I don't know if it kicked off or if it's been going for a couple of weeks, but it was one in Saudi on the weekend
At night.
at night,
Yeah.
which is cool. I love the idea. But just, you had to watch the replay, and they had to in the States as well. I think they said the average viewership was something stupid like 12,000 or something.
What?
Just because of the time it was on. You
Times,
just go,
yeah.
"Oh, it looks cool. Like,
Yeah.
so much money has been put into
Yeah.
that course.
Just don't fucking do it in Saudi.
Like we
Yeah.
said before, though, the fact that they've looked ahead and went Canelo Crawford, it's in Vegas.
Yeah.
Like, at least they've accepted that some of these fights deserve to be where the rest of the world can see it at the best time too.
Yeah.
Like, you understand, and that's the problem. Like, we'll get into the card next week there with Joseph Parker and stuff on it,
Yeah.
and Bivol. you go, it's all good if there's only a couple of fights you want to see at the end and you wake up early and you watch it. But when you got fucking the whole card you want to see, that's a fucks your day.
Over here it is, yeah. I don't know
that's
what
right.
the time would be in the States.
It'd be a lot better for them,
Yeah.
you would assume, because
Yeah.
they'd make sure of it for them.
Yeah, surely.
But
The Saudis have put a lot of money into Live, though.
Yeah, but
So-
what's the point if you're not going to see anything back because no
They
one's
don't give
watching
a
it?
fuck if they make any revenue, I don't
Yeah,
think.
true.
But yeah.
It didn't look like there was anyone there watching either, though.
No.
Like
It was strange. It looked like a practice round and everything I saw. And I saw
it sort of looked like the COVID days
Yeah.
of golf,
It
where
was
there was
quiet.
just no one there. It was
and
weird.
it was dark, and it was obviously it was dark. It was night, but anyway, it's just strange. I saw something with the Live Golf Adelaide that I just saw was very Australian. Is they actually put up a post saying beware of snakes in the rough because it's like usually they play in April, getting closer to winter, but it's February, it's fucking hot, and there's a few slithering cunts getting around. So
Yeah.
they actually put out a notice just saying, hey, folks, beware when you're standing there. There might be a big old brown come up and bite you. I just thought, how fucking Aussie is that you've got to let them know while you're watching golf?
Just a quick update on fucking poor old Keto and Button. It's still just sheeting rain.
is it?
Yeah.
Cats and dogs.
I thought I saw a
The-
big convoy of trucks heading up north.
Yeah, I
finally.
think there's something happening.
Yeah.
But it's still just sitting there, like, fuck. Dad reckons the other day, woke up, I might have said this on the Punt Show, woke up at 1 a.m. to just this heaviest rain, on the roof. And he said from then until 12 o'clock lunchtime that next day, it did not let up.
Fuck me.
Like 11 hours of just fucking hammering.
Torrential.
So anyway, he reckons there's no way he'll be able to do anything with his couple of acres he's got for weeks because it's just mud.
Yeah.
He said, I'm just going to have to get a slasher from work.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to get on the ride on.
Yeah, fuck no.
Whippersnipper Keita.
Yeah, 2 acres.
Oh, imagine that.
I
Yeah.
should let you know too, the pump's trialling this Thursday.
Oh, yeah?
It's back trialling. So
Beauty.
they reckon over 1,050 metres. Ultimately, they would have liked to trial him first one a bit shorter, but
Yep.
they put him in this, so it's going to be a very relaxed one.
Yep.
Probably sit back second half of the field and just get him through it.
Yep.
And then the next trial will be a more competitive one over the same distance.
Yep.
But yeah, at Randwick on Thursday.
Trialing at Randwick. That's
9:50.
That is
So yeah,
nice.
be good to see how he goes. But we're all fucking pumped. He had the op. It's looking good. Had the nuts out. Ultimate gear change. Really filling into himself. Looking like that middle distance horse, and they're really fucking stoked with him. So man, I'm very excited. And
good to hear.
I can't wait to see how fucking Zamoya's going too.
Yeah, well, hopefully he's just fucking hooking into some
Fascinating.
grass.
Yeah. Soak up that rain and swell up a bit, you little cunt.
We will know in the next however many weeks whether he's going to make his way up to Eagle Farm too. So I want to try and gauge some numbers soon for that May 17 at Milton Common.
Yep.
So I need to gauge owners that are going to make the trip, or if you're in the area, and Reggies that are going to come to
We
Milton
might
Common.
be able to use the RLC for that.
Yeah,
Put a bit of a.
I'll
thing
use
up.
the ownership group,
Yeah,
Facebook
for them.
group for them.
And then chuck
Just to sort of gauge numbers, because if he does make it up to Eagle Farm, then we're going to look at getting a fucking 52-seater
Yeah.
bus, take us from A to B,
Yep.
out to the stables, because it'll have to be early in that.
Yeah, that's right for track work.
Go and look, get a photo with him, fucking all the rest of it, and then bus back to Milton Common sort of thing. So
Yep.
need to gauge some numbers. I'll get onto his both, either in the RLC or the ownership group in the next fucking week or two, I reckon.
Yep.
But yeah, I think regardless, just make the trip, because
Yeah.
whether you can see him or not,
Be a fucking great
you know,
time.
fuck matter. We'll see him at the bloody Flemington when he wins the Coolmore.
Fucking oath.
So,
Right, Reggie.
righto. Thanks for that. We'll see you Friday. It's going to be a big show, Punt Show.
Oh,
A long
I mean,
print clip.
13 winning bets and 9 individual winning
And
bets.
not
fucking stop it.
stop it.
Yeah, we almost made history, but fucking someone let us down.
Oh.
Yeah, he's a shit cunt.
Yeah, righto. See you Friday.
All right.